Oh!
Hello.
What's happening?
We're stuck.
No! Oh, well,
Nah, all good.
that's how you get ice dams, and then you lose your roof. You get a dragon stuck in there.
Welcome to Autumn Plains.
Oh,
This is how it used to look like. My favorite level. Back then and now, still.
Okay. I'll try not to say anything too nasty about it then.
I mean, it looks pretty. No?
Look at that grass. The grass has come so far. The trees have come so far.
It's just, I mean, it's a home world, you know, there's no enemies. I like the peacefulness. I just like the castle aesthetic. I like it. That is pretty big. You can explore really a lot, find some nice secrets. I just love this level.
You just want to be left alone to break reality and get gems. You know?
Basically, yes, you're 100% right. I don't want combat challenges. Like, ooh.
Just give Jav like a wide open plain with some fun places to explore and tons of gems. And he's good.
And no annoying mini games too. And this game does have its share of annoying mini games.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of required in the like platformer for young person's genre.
Here is a first level Crystal Glacier. Normally what I do in a regular playthrough, because we don't have climbing unlocked, is what I would avoid all the gems and talk to Moneybags and get climbing, and then go back to Summer Forest, finish the level there, and then come back here and start collecting gems, because everything had to be perfectly lined up, you know.
Yeah. So smooth.
But we're not gonna do that now. We're gonna try something else.
Because we gotta be extra.
Yeah. Linked
After
together
all,
with
Spyro.
Crystal Glacier is Skelos Badlands.
Full of skeletons. I don't remember Skelos Badlands, so
Yes,
That's what it is now.
imagine they're both prehistoric places. One's a hot place, one's a cold place. Like all the
mammoths and
levels.
dinosaurs, what you're saying.
Yeah, there's dinosaurs. Yep.
Alright,
Um,
I'm glad.
Breeze Harbor. All the levels in Autumn Plains are linked together. If you didn't already know, it's pretty, like, most people know this, and I probably explained it in the original too, but yeah, most levels are linked together. They're pairs. Say
gotcha.
like they're like a two and two together. The one linked together with Breeze Harbor is Zephyr is the one up there. We'll get to it pretty soon. Even the
The land of
speedways are
juxtaposition.
linked together. Because there's two speedways.
Hot and cold, up and down, peanut butter and jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Frog and
Frog and
Tree.
sheep. There's
Frog,
both frogs and sheep. Yeah, there's two critters. Two kinds of critters.
Well done, Spyro. The power from your orbs has activated the whirlwind.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that a lot.
Ripto keeps on taking over our castles. At this rate, moving doesn't sound like a bad
Yeah,
idea.
I mean, know your flight or fight response, I guess.
Also, I gotta say, like, I don't think you guys have the population for a castle. You guys could get like a 2-bedroom and probably be okay. So.
Yeah, I suppose they don't really. Who are the people? I
Yeah,
guess they
there's
all.
like, what,
I
like
guess all
5?
fled or evacuated. I don't know.
Maybe. Otherwise, there's like 5 sentient people in this whole world.
Yeah, it's probably not good to think about that.
What happened to y'all?
We got a nice faraway orb there. That's a mystery to get to right now.
Someday when we can hyperglide.
Mm-hmm. We could get the whirlwind to get up there, but if we didn't have the orbs for the whirlwind, you can just do a nice glide up here.
See, Moneybags, we only kind of need you.
A nice glide hover. Yeah. Unfortunately, we see Moneybags. In the original,
Like, I see you looking at my whirlwind.
if you didn't have the orbs, this level would not activate. But in the new version, the portal is activated always, but just the whirlwind isn't.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually
theoretically,
better.
you can't get there.
Yeah, and that actually matters in the speedrun that level is activated. So that's kind of good.
Yeah. It's not just a part of reality, just sealed off for no particular reason. For orb needs.
And we can run around the castle walls. Find ourselves a nice secret. If you hear closely, you can hear something. Nice orby
Jinglers.
sound.
Just chuck in the tower. They'll never look.
Yeah.
Some of those fairies like furiously doing masonry, sealing up the tower wall. Like, oh crap, crap, crap.
And here was like the trick that I couldn't do. The one trick I couldn't do in the original because it was just too hard. It was part of the speedrun to skip climbing is to get up there.
Okay.
And then, this part is easier now. But
Yeah.
the hardest part was to get up to the next one. But that doesn't work anymore because because that's too high and we don't have double jump. A and then B that the roofs are really well sealed off.
Okay. Good old Boundo, the invisible wall man, has been hard at work then.
Well, we can still do that to get like one set of to skip one set of stairs and get those gems.
Okay.
But not the two sets. But
Yeah, you can't get the completion you so much desire.
yeah. Summer Forest not completed annoys me. Yeah, because we need climbing to complete it. And here is where we get climbing. We see two sets of stairs. Moneybags there.
Look at all my ladders.
Well, well. I bet a rich dragon like you
It calls me rich.
a few gems to learn how to climb.
Yeah, I do have a lot of gems.
You do have literally thousands of gems.
No, a small fee.
Small fee, huh? 500 is not small.
Okay, you can come
more
I don't
than
care
a
what
lot.
kind of gem it is, 500 of them
had
probably
any
adds up to a
idea
decent amount of
what was
money.
at the top of this wall, you'd be willing to pay double what I'm asking.
Well,
Just gems?
theoretically, yes, because there's a lot of levels up there. But
Legend has it
Yeah.
that there is a portal to
of course, hey, Moneybags is here in like I think 4 different locations. Four different things that you have to pay him for. It's awful.
Yeah. Realizing that Moneybags is a multi-dimensional entity.
Yeah, he's like in the cutscene from the last episode, like he got pushed down and he's like, okay, well, I have to make my money. Like I'm gonna really squeeze Spyro here.
Yeah, I gotta launder these pants now.
Unfortunately, like activating there's three ones to activate a level, and you have no choice but to pay them because you need the talismans to beat the game, and there's just
No way around it.
you literally said the same thing twice, Moneybags. What the hell?
It's okay, he can afford to be repetitive.
Those darn birds in Zephyr never paid me for all the bombs and TNT barrels I got.
Oh, you're a weapon stealer. Yeah, great.
Yes, Zephyr linked with Priest Harbor, like we have no choice but to do. Okay, so now that was the crazy part. We can skip climbing though. Okay, so
Okay.
this is possible. Like all we have to do is here. I will show you. Like I'm gonna fail it a couple times. Just really one long glide there.
Okay.
It kind of seems impossible, but once you get here, you can see. Oh, you can get pretty
Just
close.
a little tiny bit too
Yeah,
far.
actually it's really hard. You have to do the perfect jump, you have to do the perfect glide, and you have to do the perfect hover, and then it's possible. However,
The old triple pixel perfect combo, no problem.
here's where things get crazy, pods. Like it's theoretically possible, but it's much easier to do if like a certain thing is true. And what is that certain thing? Well, two things. Like if running the game in 30 frames per second gives you a tiny bit of extra jump height instead of 60. Okay, so that's okay. Whatever that happens in games.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is that okay, there's a further increase in jump height, and what is the condition? Apparently, the condition is the game has to be running for 75 to 90 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is something that I don't think anybody really knows why or how. But apparently the crazy thing is like just if the game is running, not paused, for like an hour and a half, right after then something activates and boom, you can jump higher. So like I'm just doing this trick here, like without the extra jump height boost and failing because it's so extremely hard or something. And then I guess like I keep doing this for 90 minutes and then something magical will activate and I can jump higher and make the jump.
Did you know about this time gate before you started this
No,
quest?
I did not know. Like I looked it up when trying to do this trick.
Okay.
So like the thing is like speedrunners know about it and apparently they they let the game run for 90 minutes before they start their speedrun. Or they do like a Spyro 1 speedrun twice or something for like, you know, a couple, like, either they make themselves a sandwich, they have a nap or whatever, but they leave the game running at least like 90 minutes before starting their speedrun of
Spyro before you can really get bacon.
Which I think is crazy. Like, nobody, I don't think anybody knows why that's in the game, but I guess it is. Maybe like a thing. And here, I landed. I guess the thing activated at this point. So I guess I'll just take it.
Yeah. I mean, since you're right there.
But knowing that I might have to leave the game running for 90 minutes before attempting something, because that might just give me the extra jump height I need, is... that doesn't sit right with me.
It adds a lot of weird weights to the decision.
So almost incomprehensible. What is going on?
It's one of those, like, Nintendo cartridge tricks where it has to be, like, a hot day in the middle of summer, and you jam a screwdriver in to hold the cartridge down extra hard.
It's like a Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter thing, like oh, in order to fight Shenlong or whatever, or like, oh, if you want to see Lara Croft naked, you have to do this and this and this. Like, if somebody told you, like, oh yeah, if you do this, leave the game running for 90 minutes, you can jump higher, like, who's gonna believe that?
And the only, like, possible reason I can think for that is it had, like, a memory leak and somehow, like, that made it run even slower or something.
Or, but my theory is that maybe there's a kind of secret difficulty modifier, and like if somebody is struggling for 90 minutes and playing for 90 minutes, you can make the game a little easier.
Get a little boost, man. I don't know. That seems like a very big think moment for somebody to do that, but yeah, who knows?
Anyway, there's this door we have to skip, but it's not a hard skip. We don't have to skip it because it's just an orb door, and we have more than enough orbs already. But in the speedrun,
it can be skipped.
Yes, so. It can be skipped, and in speedrun you wouldn't have any orbs, so you just do a jump and hover here. But who knows? I have the magical super jump activated, so maybe that's why it's so easy.
All that work to get to Magma Cone.
Yeah, we got the Magma Cone linked with Fracture Hills that we saw earlier, and we also saw Scorch that's linked with one more level popped up. There's quite a lot of levels in Autumn Plains.
It's where the game really hits its stride, if you ask me.
Oh, Spyro, hello! I'm having trouble with this door, but I think some orb power might unstick it. Ah, I see.
Yes, I've definitely collected some orbs.
Spyro, I see you've got nice orbs.
Orbs are very powerful, Spyro.
They are. They're so nice and round.
You won't regret it later.
Chock full of greenium.
Yeah, no, in a normal circumstance you would need 40 orbs to beat the game.
Oh, okay.
That's why they put some orb gates here and there and try to remind you to collect them.
So at least you just get to the end and be like, well, you need 28 more orbs.
Yeah, basically.
For a few gems? What do you say?
Here he is again.
He got real hungry after he got knocked out that quick.
Oh yeah, super hungry. In that castle over there is there's a lot of gems in there. I mean, there's a level in there, but like actually physically gems, no. But
like technically correct because you need to pay to get access to those gems, but
yeah. But I think like in the level there's like 500 gems to collect, and he's asking for 400, so it's like, oh, yeah, okay, fine.
I mean, like,
I guess it's
a pretty good rate of return, honestly.
Still,
it's not what you want, but if I could pay $5 to get $6, I would do that.
Yeah, but it's a talisman level, so we have no choice to do it. Like, you might think the castle is breakable, but because of the thing we will see later, the entire level is normally accessible, so they really guard it up quite well.
You're a shrewd customer, Spyro.
Go rub it in, jerk.
And our final regular level is Shady Oasis. Oh, Shady Oasis.
Shady Oats.
Shady Oats. Yeah, linked together with Scorch. Yeah, I mean,
nice.
there were 7-8 gems there.
Totally worth. Thanks. Yep. Thanks, Moneybags.
Yeah.
You're gonna be first against the wall, Moneybags.
Say hi to Ripto if you see him.
Oh, shut up. Yeah. We have to
I'm
pay
trying to
money
liberate you
back
from
quite
a
a
despot,
lot.
you jerkbag.
And right in the next thing, he's there again. Like, imagine the frustration of having to pay him, and you go to like 2 meters beyond to the next level, and he's there again with an empty portal.
Have you considered more paying Moneybags?
This part is really pretty, also.
And who doesn't have a nice big glide? Yeah. Sumptuous.
Yeah.
Man, it really does point out how, like, the environment has come a long way, but the character models have come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
We got from mushy Play-Doh to being pretty passable, like, DreamWorks characters.
I would love to let you enter this speedway free of charge, Spyro. Love to.
Yeah, he'd love
Follow your
to.
heart.
The speedway rules require me to charge a small fee.
Fees, small fees. He keeps saying small fees.
Come back when you want to do some racing.
Nickel and diming you.
At least this one's only 100 because they know like a speedway is not the most desirable part.
I would
Well,
love to
fine.
let you enter
I
this
think you can still
speedway
get
free of
400 or 500 gems in this
Chosen
level.
wisely.
Okay.
I bet a
So this one's a
quick
great
dragon like
investment,
you
actually.
will win your money back in
Yeah,
no
I
time.
guess so, if there's no other choice. So, Icy Speedway linked together with Metro Speedway.
Icy Speedway.
There's actually an Icy Flight in Spyro 1, and then,
Oh.
which is also a Speedway level, actually, but they just don't call it Speedway, so they just reuse Icy, I suppose.
Ice again?
So here's a actual bug. That's a problem, a real legit problem, and not a fun, hey, let's break the game in a fun way and show it off thing. Is an actual problem, because you can keep
If you say
paying
no, does he close it?
Moneybags. If you say no, nothing happens, but you can just keep talking to him, and he keeps wanting your money. The absolute disaster of despair.
Somewhere there's an 8-year-old who got hard lock or soft locks at Icy Speedway because they gave all of their money to Moneybags.
So I said yes twice, and it didn't like actually like tick down, but in actuality, like, yes, I am 200 gems. I paid 200 gems more in one save file than I had to.
I know it hurt you deeply to follow through on that to show it off. So
I sure hope they give it back at the end of the game. Oh. Like, that's an actual problem that should have been fixed, and not like the swimming in the air. That should not be fixed necessarily. But that's
the
like
double jump that should be eternal.
Yeah. So the boss is in there. Gulp is in there. So
Let's just go to Birdland and get some of that TNT he was talking about, and then burrow down there.
in the original, like, I couldn't skip Gulp at the time I LP'd it, but they found the trick later that if you go in that breakable wall and you jiggle yourself around in the exact spot without breaking the wall, you can actually go out of bounds. So they actually found a way later to do it.
To let Gulp live.
Yes, and that was a huge skip because it means you didn't have to finish any level to do it. You just did boss, and finished the game.
Yeah, that probably shortened the timer by like.
Oh yeah,
90%.
sure. Yeah, and now like any percent in Spyro 2 is super fast, super fast.
But also, it's one of those like, and I know it's 80%, but you don't get to see any of the game really.
Yeah, so that's why they have a 14 talisman category and also 40 orb category. Yeah, so like that's that you actually play the game still and collect gems and all that.
80% runs are always a good shoot though. 'Cause in a lot of games, you really get to see them broken in half.
Yeah. I like the categories. Here in the demo version that was recently discovered, there was another breakable wall here with an Orbin.
Oh.
But they took that out in the final version of the game.
That's kind of too bad. I support more breakable walls. More breakable walls and more hidden caves behind waterfalls. Give me my sense of discovery.
Now we're
My
getting near the
sweet
top
collectibles.
of Autumn Plains. Ooh, we're already pretty high up, but we're gonna go even higher to the very, very top.
Oh. It's just like getting that mythical hotel suite at the top of Disney's Tower at Disneyland.
Oh,
I don't think it's actually there, but
that's probably pretty expensive. But yeah. In the original, like at this moment, like there's this SFX of like winds, really high winds blowing. That's not in the remake, unfortunately. But
it's too bad. It kind of drives home that you're up high sensation.
But still, like even with the weird like shader in the background, it still looked really nice to look at.
Yeah.
At this
time.
The
draw distance is doing its very best.
But now we have infinite draw distance.
Oh, there's mountains and stuff in the skybox. Oh,
yeah, floating islands, like keeping the mystical theme a little higher.
Yeah,
a little better.
I didn't realize this whole castle kind of floating in the clouds.
It's not. I think it's on rock, I think, but we're above the clouds, I suppose. So maybe we are super high. Yeah,
it's very tall. Like Lothric Castle from Dark Souls.
Yeah, this is so pretty. Like, this is the reason why this entire level is super tightly locked off from the outside.
Yeah,
it's because you can glide anywhere in the level from here. So they put invisible walls anywhere and everywhere.
They really had to make Bound on the Wall man work extra hard.
Yep.
Closing this guy off.
But in exchange, we can regularly, the regular player, without having to break the game, can glide anywhere in the level and have a really cool sense of discovery. So
yeah, like this.
Like this. Finding this orb. 75 gems. Yeah.
Oh, those are the good gems.
Yeah, those are the good gems.
Grape flavored mega gems. Oh, that's my stuff. What's your point, little platform? You just make it harder to get over there.
Yeah, it's the point of like driving down that you can't get back, but we want to die anyway because I want to show off that like they really try to stop you from going anywhere.
Good recovery though. A plus.
Yeah, nice roll. Like 10.0.
Oh, but a 9.7 from Russia.
Ooh.
Scandal.
Oh, and a fumble. Oh, you're done. Eliminated.
And then the next gymnast fumbled and fell into the pit of eternal slaughter.
Yeah.
You hate to see it after all that time and struggle.
Yeah, this from the beginning. Yeah, it's just fun to explore the level like this.
Yeah. So, see the benefits of having a zero friction tile on your roof? Keeps dragons off.
And we can still land on here. This is not beacon, like no invisible walls here, so you can land on here and theoretically, if you could get up here, there would be a different way to skip climbing.
Oh. If
they do find a way to do it. So then here we can collect our final gems in this section. And yeah, we don't have climbing, just to show off, like we don't have climbing.
Just to make absolutely clear.
Yeah, Moneybags still there. Unfortunately, like, if we want to 100% this, and we do, like, I could beat the game without climbing. It's possible. There's some really hard skips to do it, but we could do it. But it's like, I also want to get 100%, and like the gem counter is annoying, so like I'm just gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Just to.
Okay. When you see a wall surface that looks climbable.
Yeah. Just for my own sanity, but also for like showing off everything.
Yeah, like part of that is showing off the climbing. Which is...
Yeah, and I am gonna show.
You can also jump sideways,
especially in Magma Cone, there's a lot of climb skips, so I will show them off as best of my ability, so you can still see the way to do it without climbing. But at the same time, I can just collect all the gems too, and not be at a weird counter or something.
Yeah, like you can still show off the climb skips, but...
Yeah.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. It turns out climbing is just jumping on a ladder and just pushing your face against it.
It's just walking vertically.
Oh, very interesting.
I mean, if you've ever seen a dog go up a ladder, that's...
Slide to the left.
For sure.
Slide to the right. 2 jumps this time.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, that's
I don't know,
climbing.
on one hand, it's nice to see climbing. On the other hand, it feels like a betrayal of your principles.
Yeah, but also, you know, it's not really this deep mechanic. It's just
No.
jump against the ladder.
You just go up.
But the important part is now that we have climbing, we can go back to Summer Forest to this ladder, which is
Something shiny
no
at the
other
top
way
of
to
this
get to
wall.
access it except
could
for
climb
like
up
at
and
the
get
end
it.
of the game. So
Okay, then.
I guess it's also possible if you do like another skip at the beginning of Winter Tundra, end of Gulp there, but like, hey, we need to get it now. I've
So
been
we'll
waiting
just
too long.
Sing Snake Eater and get up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty much the tallest ladder in the game.
I bet Spyro's got some pretty hulking grip strength.
10 gems and
Killing
an
his
orb.
prey before he bites their jugular.
So now we at least we get the dual fanfare. For
Get ready.
beating 2 levels in one.
Prepare yourself.
Gimme, 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 gimme.
Ah.
Very pretty.
Oh. Extremely blessed.
Yeah, now we can say, yeah, I have, you know me, 100% everything.
This
I have
is your
to show it
reward.
off. Because that makes it worth it.
Now you gotta screenshot this and print it out as a poster and frame it and have it over your bed.
All I'm playing, I still love you, and I could skip climbing this time, so yay!
Next time,
Bye-bye.
peace is over.